Yeah, I think talent, it's like, in my opinion, it's all sports, but like you're gonna be born with a certain amount of talent, and no matter what, if you try hard or not, you'll have that certain amount of talent. But talent can only bring you so far, I feel like.
Welcome back to the Sideline Spill. This is Monica.
This is Heidi.
And Sabrina.
Today's special guest is living out a dream that so many of our boys and many young athletes are working towards. He's one of the nation's top baseball prospects. He has committed to LSU. Please welcome Cooper Sides. Cooper, welcome.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about your journey, Cooper, and how did you get into baseball?
Yeah, so I come from a big family. Heidi is my aunt, and her brother's my dad.
She's very proud of you, by the way.
I am very proud, very much.
Her brother's my dad, and my mom, Kelsey. They have 5 kids together. I'm the youngest of that. I'm the only sibling that's played the baseball or softball variant. Very athletic family. My dad put me in every sport we could when I was a kid. Found out about 8 years old that baseball was my passion and dream a little bit. Started playing at a higher level when I was 9. I was playing with 11-year-olds, 10 playing with 12-year-olds, and then kind of leveled out. Once I got to 12, I was playing with my age group again. Kind of just fell in love with it when I found out I was really good, had a good gift from God to pitch. Mm-hmm. And from then on, I just kind of kept building. And then I had a little injury when I was 11. And then that made me really passionate about taking care of my arm and taking care of my body because I was really bummed that I couldn't play. So got really into the science of baseball a little bit. So that kind of kickstarted my professional career, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What
awesome.
made you kind of passionate about it, and what sparked that drive in you?
Yeah, for me, it's just competing. Baseball is just one of those sports that I can fail 70% of the time and still be considered a Hall of Fame athlete. So it's just really cool to me that I'm going to get beat up in the sport over and over again, and people are still going to be able to see me and regard me as one of the better players in the game.
So your position is pitching?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever try any other position?
Yeah, up until this year of high school, I was playing shortstop and pitching and other positions whatever the team needed me.
Mm-hmm. So you multiple teams?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How does that work?
So for when I was doing kind of like you guys kids when you guys play travel ball, I've had multiple different travel ball teams over the course of playing travel ball. And then for high school, I've switched high schools now. So my freshman through junior year, I was at Red Bluff High School. And this senior year, I moved down to Southern California to play for a different high school. So
okay.
Just different schools.
Is there any such thing as dual teams? Are you allowed to play for multiple teams? Or is that...
Yeah, kind of. So during travel ball, there's your actual team you'll play for. And then if usually how it works is you'll commit to one team. Mm-hmm. And for the certain amount of tournaments they have, and then if there's any openings on because you don't play every single day, you only play on the certain tournament days. Okay. That you can, if a team invites you, you can go play with them. Mm. But majority of the time, how it works for me is I'd play with my travel ball team, and then I'd get invited to play with Team USA Baseball or Team California or Perfect Game or all that kind of stuff that I'd go and play for. So those weren't team things. Mm-hmm. It was kind of just individual. That's
really cool. I had no idea that you could do multiple teams like that. How did they get you your jerseys and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
You're I have no idea. You show up for it, and they have.
Yeah, literally,
wow.
Especially all the teams I've played for, that have been nationally. My team this last summer was from Georgia, so I didn't even go to practice. I didn't go. I just showed up for the tournaments. I showed up in Georgia for the first tournament, then in Florida, and then North Carolina. And they just gave me my stuff.
That seems a little bit crazy to me because you didn't play with any of them. And with soccer, I feel it's more you want to play with your team and kind of learn how it works. Yes, and the chemistry. Mm-hmm. But for you, you're literally a pitcher.
Yeah.
So you could virtually play anywhere.
Yeah, and even there's a lot of guys that are in my position who aren't pitchers that kind of do that. With baseball, mm-hmm. It's more of the best opportunity than it is just a chemistry thing. Obviously, when it gets to the actual high school, because the thing about travel is you're really competing for yourself because you need yourself to either get seen by colleges or by pro scouts or whatever. You're mm-hmm. playing for a team, but you're doing it for yourself. For high school, it's more like you guys say, it's the chemistry. Everyone kind of bonds together and you stay together.
Okay, that's cool.
So when you went to Southern California mm-hmm. to play, did you play for a high school team and a travel team?
So for legally during baseball, you're not allowed to play travel ball during high school season. So so you can only play with one. So that's why travel ball seasons are fall and summer and not during the spring. But for spring, yes, I played for a high school team. That was Orange Lutheran.
So Cooper, I have a question. When did you realize that baseball could be more than just a game to you?
I think that kind of set in, I don't know, probably this year or last year.
Okay.
Just because, like, I've always dreamed of playing professionally, but, like, it was just one of those things that I've been told my whole life. My dad did a good job of keeping my head on my shoulders and not letting it get too big. He's like, hey, like, be honest, like, this is most likely not going to happen. Like, you can do your best, but it's most likely not going to happen. It's just how the cards play out. But I think this last year kind of opened my eyes. I had a lot of big attraction from the pros this year, and I think that kind of just opened my eyes to how big it could be.
So what do you think set you apart from all the other players then?
I think for me, obviously, just like the stuff I have, like God's gifted me with a really good arm and the ability to work, to get my body stronger, to throw harder. But I think just my level of competitiveness is just on a high level that, like, a lot of kids can't get there.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to make a lot of sacrifices to get there?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, missed out on a lot of things with my family. Obviously, this year moving away from high school, missed the first year of my niece's life. Missed a couple of, like, tragic things with my dog, and just a couple of family things I've had to sacrifice. Just because every summer I've traveled away from my parents. I've traveled to Georgia, Florida, and North Carolina, all those places alone. I just stay with the team, in like the team hotel. So I missed out on a lot of time, but it's definitely been worth it.
That's awesome.
So, talking about just sacrifices and, kind of being where you are now, how much do you attribute to talent and how much do you attribute to hard work? And how do you differentiate between that for yourself?
Yeah, I think talent, it's like, in my opinion, it's all sports, but, like, you're gonna be born with a certain amount of talent, and no matter what, if you try hard or not, you'll have that certain amount of talent. But talent can only bring you so far. I feel like a really good quote that I always say is, like, when hard work outbeats talent, that's like when the kind of things show, right? When you're at super tired and you met your match a little bit with talent, it's like you'll kind of stoop down to your hard work, and whoever works harder. I think for me, it's just like it's been 40% talent, 50% talent, and then 50% hard work, where I've had to grind through the struggles of not being hurt and keep my body strong and waking up every morning to make sure I'm getting the right stuff done so I can stay in the game, because the biggest ability for me for baseball is availability. Like, the more I can play is the better I can get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you do to keep your body strong? Like, what's your routine?
Yeah, so I have a training complex in Southern California that I got with 2 years ago. And they do assessments over my body, and so they've come to, like, this certain, like, metrics they've got on me to show, like, what I need strength wise. So I do 4 days a week. I go Monday, Thursday, skip Wednesday. Wednesday's just a mobility day, but no workout, and then Thursday, Friday I work out. So I go lower body, upper body, mobility, lower body, upper body, and that's every week. So 4 days a week, every day. And then in between those days, I'm throwing, playing catch, and, like, doing arm care stuff to get my arm stronger, not just my body. So it's a lot, but
that is a lot.
It's like it's what needs to be done. Those are the kind of things that pros do. So I gotta be able to get there.
Awesome.
It sounds like you are literally busy 24/7.
Yeah,
how long has it been, like, this intense for you, like, daily? This
intense probably the last 2 years, but okay. I mean, if you went back to my dad has videos all over Facebook somewhere posted. Started at like 11 or 12 back when I got hurt, and we got really fascinated with, like, trying to stay healthy. I was waking up at 5 to 6 a.m. every single morning before school, like literally probably 3 years straight of every single morning waking up and doing a workout with him in the morning to get my arm ready.
So you've done the physical aspect of it, and you do that daily. What about, like, eating and mental side of things?
Eating is something that I definitely struggle at a little bit right now, just because especially when I was living down there in SoCal, like, I had to do it for myself. I think I did a pretty good job when I was down there. Now I kind of feel like I fell back into, like, letting my parents do it for me, which has been a little it's funny. But I felt more independent when I was away from them. And now I'm back home. I should be able to still be independent. I'm not. But eating is, like, something that's very important, and I'm hoping that's something that grows for me, because that's going to be something big, because I'm doing all my workouts, but if I'm not eating properly, obviously something that's not going to build off of it. So I think these next couple years in college are going to show once eating becomes, like, a habit, and the workouts kind of just start stacking better. And then mentally it's just kind of like getting used to the moments, I guess. Like, I always get asked, like, what's, like, a stressful moment in baseball? I mean, I'm like, honestly, it's hard to answer, because I'm never really stressed. Like, in every situation, I feel like I've been in it 100 times. So there's nothing that can get me stressed.
You're used to it. You haven't, like, really met a match of something that you're like, what the heck do I do
in
right
the game,
now?
out of the game? I feel like I'm just used to it now.
Okay.
So you've been back in town visiting for the summer, right? Are you enjoying, though, being back and being able to kind of stay at home and have a little bit of a moment before college takes off?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has definitely been the best time. I came home just in time before my younger sister, but still older than me, her wedding, and then got to be here for my niece's 1-year birthday party and just spent a lot of time with best friends, girlfriends, family, like everyone I could hang out with. I've done my best to try to hang out with them as much as I can.
Yeah. Awesome. You mentioned that when you were 11 or 12, you had an injury. What was it like to kind of go through that, and how did you come out the other side of that? Because it sounds like you got real fascinated, you got real curious about what caused that and how you could prevent that. But that had to have been hard too, to not be, able to play to your fullest.
Yeah, I think that was something that kind of broke me a little bit in the moment. Like I said, I was an ultra competitor, so taking myself out of the sport it felt like it broke me a little bit. So I just didn't ever want to see that happen to myself. So I just got really fascinated with how to prevent it. So the longer I can stay in the game, like I said, it's the best for me. The less I'm hurt, the more I can pitch. So that's how I'm going to get better.
Do you feel like you've been successful at doing that since then?
Yeah, I feel like I've been really good at even things outside of baseball that I can control, like not allowing myself to go snowboarding anymore. I broke my wrist the first time I went, so stop doing that. Stop riding my dirt bike. Just stop doing the careless things that pros wouldn't be allowed to do, because eventually people are gonna own me basically with they're paying me a lot of money. So it's too much risk for a little reward of having maybe a little bit of fun, but with a high risk.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's going to really entail when you are pro and there's going to be limitations? What's that kind of look like? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty aware. I've had an agent for the last couple of years, so he's done a good job of preparing me for that. My dad's also been basically my agent in the last couple of years before that, just because he's like, hey, if you're really serious about this, there's no reason for you to. Your life's not like the other kids. You're not going to be able to go snowboarding, or go dirt bike riding, or go wakeboarding. All these things that normal kids get to do and enjoy their time. He's like, that's just not how your life is. You're not normal. You have a gift, and these kids don't. So yeah. That's something I've had to accept. It was definitely a bummer a lot of the time, but I also had to learn I don't want to live my life inside of a bubble, but I also need to be smart.
Yeah, totally.
You mentioned that when you were real young, you started training and you would get up at 5 and 6 a.m., right? So did you always want to do that? Or was it hard sometimes?
That was terrible.
How did you kind of find the willpower in yourself to be able to push through that and become the player that you are?
I don't know. I think if anyone saw me from an outside perspective, they would have been like, he doesn't want it, or he doesn't want to be there as much as people say he does. But I wanted it. It was just really hard. It's easy when you're a kid and your dad's like, hey, you really want to do this? And you're like, yeah. And then he tells you what you need to do it. And it's that seems like a lot. And you start doing it, and it's this is a lot. And you're going to keep pushing through. And I think he did a really good job of just kind of pushing me. He got to the point where he was working out in the morning with me and pushing me, doing it with me, showing me how to do it. He'd tell me how to do something wrong. He'd show me it wrong because I was always visual. He'd show me how to do something wrong. I'd call him out on it, and then he would spend the next 2 weeks learning how to do it perfectly.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Once he learned how to do it, then I gotta learn how to do it.
So he was learning too.
Yeah,
that's awesome to hear that.
He was amazing. He was a really good supporter. So I think honestly, just having him there is the only thing that kind of kept my motor running.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, because with Roman, we've been trying to push him to get up and do the things. So you're saying by doing it with him would be helpful. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was, at least that was my motivation, right? You see, for me, I've always been like that. Even when I train at home, I'm doing my workouts, they look completely different than when I'm back down in SoCal training with all the guys, and I have my trainer there with me. I just feel like there's a different level of intensity when you have someone with you kind of pushing you harder. That's the reason why I moved down to SoCal for baseball too. It's I had a guy down there named Gary. He was pushing me everywhere. He was a really good pitcher, and he was just pushing me to be better than I was. So I think just having those kind of people to support you like that, and that's what my dad was for me.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of mentors growing up, or do you feel like now that you're older, you have more mentors that are let's do this, we need to get you there?
Yeah, no, definitely more now. For a while, it was just people in my corner, my dad. I had a couple people that I knew from my dad's friends, kids, one of my best friends. He's a grown man, but I call my best friend. His name's Cameron Phelps. He went to our church, and he kind of went through this college baseball process. He didn't make it as far as he wanted to, but like he just shared with me all the things he could. So he was kind of my mentor of just kind of get me through things. And then obviously now I have like agent to inform me and all my trainers and baseball coach and pitching coach, all these kind of things. They're gonna have me. They're just trying to set me on the right track, as well as for my mind and just all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
So when you're playing games, and do you ever have days where you feel like, oh man, I wish I would have done better? And if so, how do you bounce back from that?
Yeah, I mean,
like mentally.
There's definitely days where I feel like I woke up and I was like, I felt good or felt not good, but I went out there and I feel like I did what I could do with what I had. And there's definitely days where I walk away and I'm happy with like, hey, I did what I could in that moment. Like maybe I was sick and I still threw and I did good well enough. But then there's some days where you just like you get in there and you don't do as well you're supposed to do or you were hoping to do, and it's really easy to beat yourself over that. But like I said before, like this game is gonna fail more than it's gonna be good. So for me, it's just once I kind of learned that, which honestly probably in the last couple of years I've come to that understanding of knowing that when things go bad, they're not always gonna be bad. Like one outing doesn't define me, and one or two outings don't make me a bad pitcher or a good pitcher. You know what I mean? So just kind of stacking the days, make sure that I have more good days than bad days.
That's awesome. I think that's really good for our young boys to hear, because they're so hard on themselves at this age.
It's really easy to be hard on themselves.
Oh yeah,
especially in
it's tough.
I mean, sports in general. I mean, I use baseball because I play it, but majority of sports, like especially if you keep trying to get better, like it's only going to beat you down before it breaks you back, builds you back up. So I think that's for me. That's just been a big thing. Is like as a kid, being able to understand that as long as in my heart I can make myself either 1% better every day or just have more good days than bad days, then I'll be on the right path.
Awesome. I love that.
So I'm really interested about your journey that took you to Southern California, right? That's obviously there. I would assume there's more opportunities and things down there. How did you end up down there, and how have you been able to kind of grow to a level of comfort where you're there on your own without your parents and all of that?
Yeah. I'll answer that last one just because it's on the front of my mind. The comfortability of being away from my family, kind of rooted, like I said, starting my sophomore year of high school, that sophomore summer. My parents let me go to a trip with my baseball team to Utah during the summer, away from them, and that was kind of like my first experience, like out of state without them, and kind of having to be a little bit of I was still a kid. I was like still 15, 16, but having to be my own person and not have to like rely on them with rides and them reminding me to grab certain things. And there were still a lot of times where I failed along the way. Like I'd leave a glove at a park or leave a water bottle at a field or something like that. But
gosh, I know that feeling.
I'd fail a lot, but I think them seeing how much I was able to mature over the next couple of years with, like I said, that last year that I was playing for my team in Georgia, like they didn't even come to any of the things that summer, and I did them all on my own. Got my own Ubers, got my own food, figured out navigated through a bunch of airports, layovers, everything. And I think they just saw like that maturity that they haven't seen. Yeah. And they kind of just felt like I was ready to move on, and like that was the best opportunity. They were okay with giving me that. Were
you scared to start that at that time? I mean, obviously you're probably comfortable with it now, but then...
Yeah. I think it was kind of the opposite. I started off and I was fine with it. And it got a little worse over time. Like I said, I started off, it just kind of felt like an extension of the summer. Yeah. I felt like I thought it was just a longer summer. I'm just staying in a place for longer. And then I think as the days kind of kept stacking, it was like, okay, well, I haven't seen my family in a little bit. And then they come visit, and then they'd go, and it'd be away. I'd be fine again. And then it was like, oh, then I miss my half-year-old of my niece. And like, oh, dang, I wish I was home. And then it was like the one time I was supposed to go home for Christmas, I ended up going with my uncle to Europe. So I was like, missed out on a little bit of Christmas time, but I was like, it was my only trip I ever been able to go on. So I was fine with that. And then dog passed away. That sucks. So it was like kind of like the longer went on, it got a little harder. And especially towards the end, like when it feels like you're right at the finish line, it was like, now I want to really go home. But I think I handled it pretty well. I think it was something I needed, especially as I'm going to college now. Now I'm not going to be an hour flight away. I'll be a 5-hour flight. So just a little bit cooler of an experience, being able to be an adult and kind of being watched and prepared as an adult now.
What did it mean to you to have your parents' support and just belief in your ability to handle that? I mean, yeah, that's kind of the fuel of my fire a little bit. Like, that's just the reason why I go. I feel like they've done a really good job of
just showing me their support, not just like being supportive, but also just like showing me the support, because a lot of parents are very supportive, but sometimes it's hard for the kids to see it being shown.
Yeah.
I think my parents did a really good job of showing me to my face and seeing by their actions how much they supported me.
What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it might be different from some people. For me, it was always like letting, like, just like the opportunity of going to SoCal, like them seeing that maturity in me kind of meant a lot, and like letting me get that opportunity, because I've known for the last couple of years that was my best choice. I kept begging and asking, and they were always like, no, we don't want to lose you a year early. We're already losing you to college after you're 18. And so I think them making a lot of sacrifices, like financially spending time with me, or just like everything that they've had to sacrifice work-wise and anything, I think that's just been like me being able to see that. I don't always tell that to their faces, because like, I don't know, Heidi knows my relationship with my dad. Like we don't do that much emotional talking back and forth. But,
we're strong men.
Yeah, but they know deep down, and at least I hope they do, as much as I mean it. But it means a lot to me that they're able to do that.
So
if they don't, they'll hear it
now. They'll hear it now.
So them putting...
I'm not soft that, I promise.
So them putting the trust in you and just basically saying, okay, you're ready, you got this, we trust you. Yeah. That's what kept you going.
Their trust and support has meant a lot to me. It kind of it made it easy for me to like miss those kind of big things that I missed out on. It made it like, okay, like I understand it's hard, but like my parents trust me. They made this sacrifice for me. It'd be all for nothing if I wasn't enjoying it, and like it wasn't like making my best out of it.
I know that every kid's different, every parent and relationship is different, but what's some advice you could give us moms or dads out there on how to support our kids without being, too pushy or whatever?
Yeah, I think, and again, every kid's going to be a little different, but I think for me, it was just like seeing the acceptance of them kind of growing up in the sport, and like being okay with them like trying to learn on their own, as much as you guys want to help us. Like for me, I mean, I very much appreciate it, but my dad was like a coach to me my whole life, and sometimes for me, I wanted him to take a step back and like be my dad sometimes. So I think sometimes, especially as like, I don't know how crazy it gets with soccer moms or soccer dads, or like how competitive you guys get, but my dad was always like just like constantly trying to get me better, and I loved it, but I was also like, hey, like you're my dad, like I want to be able to have a bad day and still like enjoy the day with you, you know what I mean? I think for me that happened a lot, where I was like, I ended up like leaving the day sometimes upset, where I was just like, dang, bro, like it's supposed to be a really good day of baseball, a really good day of training, and then just didn't go the way I wanted to, and now I feel like I lost the good day of training, and I lost like that strong connection with my dad sometimes. But I mean, he did a good job of just not letting me feel that way for a long time. Like once it was over, it was over. Like we went right to normal, still being the duo that me and him have always been. So that was just our relationship. And then my mom's was always just like the supportive one. Like she'd always be the one to step in between me and my dad, and like, hey, like guys, you're still family, still gotta love each other at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, that's good advice. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So you are committed now to LSU. How did you come to that decision? What did it look like to make that decision? It sounds like that was a big one.
Yeah, that was I was in a weird class. I don't know how like familiar you guys are with like the NCAA like D1 baseball rules, or
please explain.
Okay, so so for the longest time, for like as long as most athletes know, you weren't allowed to get like talked to or recruited till your junior year of high school. And then 5 years ago-ish, that changed where they were allowed to recruit you at any age. So they wanted to start the recruiting process early. So I was in that weird transitional year where I was still being recruited. My first recruitment was in 8th grade, talking to a couple D1 schools, got my first offer in 8th grade. And then as freshman year went on, after the full freshman year of high school, like that kind of blew up a little bit more for me. And then right in the middle of my freshman year, going into my sophomore year, the rule, they changed it back to get to the junior year. So I went from a bunch of talking my freshman year to just silence for 2 or 3 years. And then once August 1st came, my junior year, it was ridiculous. Like I knew it was going to be ridiculous because I had a really, really good summer that summer. And like one of my outings I had, there was like 45 college scouts at the game. So I was like, I knew my August was going to be a pretty big one. So on August 1st of my junior year, my family and me went to a boat trip in the Lake Shasta, and we're just like, let's just take the day off, like don't answer the phone, like let all the calls come in, let the messages come in, then you'll figure out what's going on. And it was it's kind of funny. So I was talking to LSU before when I was a freshman early, and they were like one of the biggest people that I was talking to. And so he was one of the only phone numbers I had saved in my phone, and on our way up to the lake while we still had service, he called, and like that was the only phone call I answered that day. It was nothing more besides him just checking in and just seeing how I was doing, seeing where my head was at, him just reminding me that he was still interested. And then obviously I told him, like, he was from Oroville, so he understands the area. So I just took the day off, let my mind kind of rest a little bit, not be too much. And then next day came along. I chose the schools that I kind of wanted to talk to out of the, however many, I think I had like 40 texts, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
On August 2nd. So I was like trying to figure out what schools I want to go to. Weaned it down to about 5 schools. And it was kind of my choice. I could have chose 5 other ones. Those are just the ones I felt the best connection with the coaches. So my last 5 were Oregon University, Oregon State University, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and LSU. Okay. And in that order is where my visits were at. Right. So I took all my visits. So how that works is you're getting to talk to schools, and they have you come out on like recruitment weekends. And so basically the college flies you out.
They like court you, kind of?
Yeah, basically they fly you out on basically on a Friday, and you stay the whole weekend. You go to a football game. You kind of just see the campus. They take you on a tour. They feed you, trying to present to you why there should be the school you go to. And then you have all these meetings with the coaches. And LSU actually was my last one. And I thought I was going to go to Tennessee or Texas A&M just because those are the ones I had before, and they were amazing. I almost didn't go to LSU with a visit. I almost just canceled it. But I was like, you know what? I owe this to myself, and I really enjoyed the conversation with Coach Johnson. So I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to enjoy it. And, like, why not? If worst comes to worst, I just had a good weekend. Right. But ended up having a really good time, really good connection with the coaches. Okay. Better than all the other coaches. Just saw the program that Coach Johnson was creating. And I wanted to be a part of it the second I was there. It just felt like I was at home. So I didn't make my decision right then and there, but it was definitely pretty soon after because I visited on my birthday weekend, and Thanksgiving was the next week, and I ended up committing the week after on Thanksgiving time. So that was
that's crazy.
That was a big decision. It was a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, it was down to family. It felt like home. Jay Johnson and the coaching staff made me feel like family, and the friends that I had going there to school with me were like amazing people. So I just want to go be part of that kind of culture.
Yeah. Wow,
how exciting.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that you didn't go into it knowing like, hey, I want to go. Just hearing you talk about it, it sounds like you didn't go into it knowing you want to go to this school or you always dreamed about going to this school. You were very open-minded.
I never really had a dream school, so to say, because until before that year, I always wanted to go to college, but it was kind of like didn't set in that it was a reality. And then once the year hit, I still didn't have a favorite. I knew I wanted to go to SEC school. I loved Oregon. I loved Oregon State. I knew I wanted to go to SEC though, and it's just premier programs. So I guess favoritism in that way. Like the last 3, the A&M, Tennessee, and LSU, those are for sure going to be one of my choices, just because they're all SEC. They're all amazing programs. It's just for me, I just felt more at home.
Okay. Wow.
So this last weekend, was it this weekend?
Yep.
You had a big decision to make.
Yes.
Can you kind of explain to us how you came to your decision and kind of just the process of what went on this weekend?
Yeah. This process, again, kind of started this summer a little bit. So just like the summer before where colleges were looking at me, this last summer it turned to pro scouts, started looking into kids just because the draft was coming up the next year and we're the next class to look at. So you had a lot of pro guys watching every game. Was fortunate enough to do really good in some certain tournaments that I needed to do good at to get seen. And then obviously making my move down to SoCal, that was a big decision for me to get seen by scouts a little easier and make my last year a little more developmental. So for this last weekend, it was just down to what was the best opportunity for me. And for me, it was either weighing out how much money would it cost for me to lose out on the college experience of LSU and competing with the team at Omaha and all those kind of things that I felt like that were valued to me dear closely. So for me, I had to put a number sign on that. And for me, at the end of the day, it was like, there was no number that I feel like a team can make. And there was no money in it for me that would have wanted me to not take that. Obviously certain opportunities that arise themselves, if it was a certain amount, then I'm not going to be ignorant about it and not take the opportunity. But I was definitely my mind was open for a while, but after a lot of talks with my agent, it was hey, you need to do what you want to do and just take the money out of it. If the money was the exact same or the money was zero, which one would you want to do? And for me, it was always LSU.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the coaching may have kind of tipped the scale for you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it was just like I was either going to be, if I got drafted this year, it would be competing in the minor leagues for a couple years in a bus, in Arizona, Florida, all these like possible areas I could have been just in a rookie ball, taking long bus rides to games, all these kind of things, meeting grown adults that are already playing and kind of thrown into the sharks a little bit. And then for me, it was like college route was like I get to keep my ramp going of like playing with a competitive team for a long time and competing for a goal as a family rather than just kind of doing it on my own. Yeah. So for me, I feel like I needed these 3 next like developmental years.
That's smart.
Because then once the draft comes again for you in the next 3 years, you'll be in the lower numbers of, I don't know, what's it called? Rankings, yeah.
Yeah, so this year I was ranked number 100 overall for college and high school. And so obviously not a bad place to be coming out of just anyone in general being a number 100 prospect. I mean, it was cool to see just I could be in that range with the kind of talent that was in this draft. This is a very talented draft, so it was cool that names had me average around that time. So, 3 years from now, it is going to be a big decision again that I have to make about if I wanted to continue in college, which everything goes according to plan. I shouldn't have to continue in college for the 4th year, but 3 years is the plan.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to at LSU other than the baseball? Or will you have time to think about anything other than baseball?
I'm excited I've never been in an environment like, I don't know how familiar you guys are. I mean, you guys, high school around here, so the football games, all that kind of stuff, like they're all good and all, but like, again, nothing really competes with the SEC. Like the football games there, you get packed out and you have rival week and all these things that are going on. So I'm just excited for that college experience and like the culture of being in like that big of a school. Yeah. Like for me, I haven't had to experience that yet. Where I was at Rev of High, where football wasn't like a big hyped up thing, and then our baseball team, like we were good, but it was never like as big as it could have been. I think I got a good little piece of that this year going to Orange Lutheran. The football games were a little bigger. You had played bigger teams. Yeah. And then obviously baseball was bigger just because the fans out there are a little more supportive. But it was definitely just like, I'm just excited to be in that environment.
That's awesome.
That's so exciting. I know Roman is like all about LSU, so hopefully
I actually don't know much about like the other sports besides basketball, football, and baseball there. Like I know our women's basketball is really good. Our football is supposed to be pretty good. Baseball's also obviously like second to none, so like I don't even know how soccer is over there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's good.
I don't know. He likes it.
Yeah. So looking ahead in 5 years, where do you hope to be?
5 years from now, that would be 2031. So like, I think by then I should be a year or just getting into the big leagues.
I don't know how ranking works, but are you ranked as pitcher or as an all-around player?
Overall player. So there's rankings for both. Like they break it down. So the rankings go off of, if you just do like overall draft rankings, it goes off of every player that's in the draft. So like you can go from college to 17. Okay. From out of the country. So it's like everyone available in the draft. Yeah. And you go from shortstop to every position. So I was number 100 overall for every position. For pitchers, I want to say I was like 23, 22, something like that. I was going to say, you were probably on the lower numbers. Just for pitchers in general, strictly pitchers only, I was like 20th. Wow. So that's
really cool to see, cool. I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All that hard work's paying off.
So we're going to see you on TV eventually. Yeah. We can say you were here first. Yep. Can you give us a signed ball right now so we put it up on the shelf?
I know, bro. We have soccer balls.
Would you like to sign a soccer ball? Actually, we should have our guests sign a soccer ball.
That's a good idea.
Just to keep.
Yeah.
Anyway. Do you have an extra? Yeah, there's one right there. He can sign it.
But, yeah.
That's really cool.
So, if baseball ended tomorrow, how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, I think after baseball, I just want to be remembered as a dude that like never backed down from anything. Like for me, like that, like I've said a couple of times, like that ultra competitive spirit. Like that's kind of like what I feel like I've been known for, like what I see myself as. So I think that I value that, and also just being like level-headed. Like I don't want to be that guy that people see and like, oh, he just he's filled with himself or all that kind of stuff. I just want to be like that guy who goes out there and competes for his team as hard as he can and then walks off the mound like no problem.
Humble.
Yeah.
I love that.
So how do you be ultra competitive and keep your head on straight? Because a lot of people can be really competitive and then just have a hard time kind of connecting or, I don't know, what am I trying to say?
Like humbling themselves.
Yeah.
I think for me, it was like, it was good being at Red Bluff for as long as I was, being in that environment where I wasn't like competing with guys that are the same level as me,
right.
I guess I could say. So it was like, I had to learn how to like control what I can control, right? Like, mainly for the things like if my teammates make an error or just not hitting, all that kind of thing that I can't control that. So like that, keeping my head on my shoulders that way, like keeping myself not angry, but also humbly like these guys, not everyone's going to be at the same place as me, and they're like, I don't get better by putting someone else down. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be a better pitcher because I make one other pitcher seem like he's worse. Like, I'm only going to be as... And honestly, if I make him feel better, he'll kind of compete with me more. So for me, I think the better you hype up other people and the better you humble yourself and that you kind of surround yourself with people that are just as good as you and, like, or better than you, like, that's better for you than, like, trying to make yourself feel like you're the best one out there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a great answer.
And how do you avoid being too hard on yourself?
I mean, I still am pretty hard on myself. I mean... I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to, like, baseball, specifically with sports. Yeah. Like, I want everything to be done perfect, and it's really hard to be perfect in the game. So, again, like I said, like, knowing that, like, I can't control a lot of things that happen. Like, I might pitch my best game and we still lose. Like, those kind of things. Like, being hard on myself also means, like, being able to control my temper when things aren't going my way or... when I have a really good game or even a really bad game, just being able to walk off the field and come back the next one and not let it affect me the next time. I think for me, like, that bounce back of being, like, if I would say, like, you're one of your kids, if he's the striker, I don't know if that's the actual position in soccer, is that?
It is, yeah.
Good job. You got it.
If they just miss 4 open goals in one game, like, just don't let the next four open goals, like, decide because you missed the last 4 doesn't mean you got to miss the next 4. Yeah. So I think for me, that's, like, that was the biggest thing is, like, just because I have one bad outing, doesn't mean I should let it carry up to my workouts or carry into my even my life. Like after a game, like not letting ruin a relationship with someone that I used to have or I do have just because I'm upset at the game.
Yeah,
I like that.
So what are some things you do when you're off the field? What are some things you enjoy?
Do you mean like for fun?
For fun, yes.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to have too much fun.
I know we kind of talked about that. But
not snowboarding, not dirt bike riding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No skateboarding.
Definitely. My dad didn't even let me do that even before the contract. Yeah, I mean, I just enjoy hanging out with friends and family as much as I can. So kind of like, I'll go on a hike with my girlfriend and my best friend. We just came back from Poden Falls.
It's beautiful, huh?
It's super awesome. Spending as much time as I can in the pool with my mom and dad and hanging out with them. They go on walks. I wish I could join them every now and then, but too much. I don't know. For me, it's just quality time. I enjoy going to Now and Papa's every now and then and just seeing everyone. I love when we have family gatherings. I'm going to miss that for sure. But I'm just hanging out with as much people as I can. For me is what I do.
Do you feel like having the separation and having to be more independent has given you renewed perspective on that?
Absolutely. That's like, I feel like I took advantage of it for a while. Like, grew up in this family that was like meeting. It felt like every week I was like, dude, I don't want to see people. I don't want to see these people every week. And it's just like, I miss when I saw my Nana and my Papa and everyone every single week and seeing everyone smile and play games during Christmas. Like, it was like, that was definitely like something that I feel like I've grown to like appreciate a lot more.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we do something that is called the rapid fire.
Okay.
And it's like we ask you a question. It's just like the first answer that you can think of.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So first one is favorite MLB player.
Paul Skeens.
Okay.
What's your walk-up song?
Oh, I don't even have a walk-up song because pitching, but like I forgot the name of it, but it's some kind of like house music. I can just say, I can feel the passion running over me.
Okay, when you figure it out, send it to us because we'll put it on the.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What's your favorite ballpark?
Coors Field.
Okay, nice. Favorite pregame meal?
Panda Express.
Oh, okay.
just had it before I came here.
I'm hungry. Do you have a best teammate prank? Do you guys play pranks on each other at all?
Probably like stealing each other's hats before they get on the game, like hiding their hat, because like one thing that a lot of fielders have to do is when they run in and you have to give them their glove and hat so they can run out in the field, and like hiding their hats so they're freaking out in the dugout. I've done that a couple times.
That's funny.
All right, do you have a favorite sports movie?
Bench warmers.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. That's cute. Okay, this is a serious question.
All right.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Thank you. That is the correct answer.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
Never.
And then last rapid fire question. Do you have a favorite cheat meal?
12 pancakes with low-fat syrup and some butter and powdered sugar.
Oh.
Did you say 12 pancakes?
Yes, 12.
Exactly 12.
Exactly 12.
Exactly a dozen.
Wow. Okay.
That sounds amazing.
That's
amazing.
definitely a cheat meal.
All right, so we're going to ask you a couple more questions, and then we'll get you out of here. But thank you for spending a lot of time with us.
Of course.
So you're going to finish the sentence.
Okay.
Success isn't...
Defined by how people see you.
I like that.
The best advice I've ever received is...
I think hard work beats talent when talent fails.
What's one thing you wish every young athlete knew?
I wish they all knew to, if they're getting serious about the sport, to really not just play the game but love it. Like for me, like especially for baseball and a lot of sports, like if you don't love it, every time the game beats you down, it's going to make you want to quit. So having that love for the game will keep you going a little bit.
Okay.
And what's one thing you wish every sports parent knew?
Let the kids be goofy. Let the kids like enjoy the sport. Like I said, like the loving part of it. Like the kid's gonna find a point in his life possibly where like the sport just seems a little less fun, but maybe something kind of gets his spark going.
Yeah.
Just don't let him like lose that kind of like that high feeling of just like loving the game and continually like playing it and making himself enjoy it. Because like I'm in a spot where I still enjoy and love the game. Like for a lot of people, this might feel like a business, but for me, I still feel like I love and I'm playing the game like I was when I was a kid.
If a 10-year-old was listening to this and dreams of playing in the MLB, what's the first thing you'd tell them?
Don't give up. It's kind of cheesy, but like, especially in baseball, like you really can't give up. Like there's a lot of variability in like height, weight, how fast you throw, how fast you run, all these kind of things. There's so many like different people in the game. So like, don't let one person or one detail about you like stop you from trying to. If it's your life, if it's your goal that you really want to get, like I strongly believe that if you really want something, you can go out and get it. Like you said, there's also a lot of uncontrollables you can't control if it doesn't happen, but control what you can control and just keep pushing forward.
Back to that hard work, Quill, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Work hard, huh?
Well, Cooper, thank you so much for coming here and answering all these questions for us. And also just thank you for being such a good role model for the young boys.
Yeah.
I mean, not only are you a role model on the field, but off the field too. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome.